that we are a church joined not in our shared beliefs, but in our shared promises, that we are covenantal rather than creedal, means that we are joined together in a practice of relationship and community, which sounds a lot easier than it actually is in practice. In practice, we are connected by all of the fears and failures, in addition to the fabulousness that is humanity, all of the joys and sorrows and the tangled blessing of it all. And we try to practice together, trying to navigate all of this, all of life in its complexity, its heartbreak, and its beauty. We try to do all of this practice. Practice is the key word, with integrity and honesty while trying to keep our hearts open through it all. This morning, we are holding open our hearts for Meg Streetman on the loss of her father last week. We are also continuing to hold Peggy Perry in our hearts as she transitions back home in the coming days. Our love and prayers are also with Emily Grimaldi Katsimpoulos. That's the daughter of Lois Weingarner. She's holding the tangled blessing of life as she just welcomed baby girl Gia into the world on November 9th, and then 6 days later was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. Our prayers are also with Christy Clark's 92-year-old Aunt Betsy, who is hospitalized in Sun City. And our love is with Clark Atkinson, who has entered hospice. Clark is the son of Doris Bice, brother and brother-in-law of Margie and Bruce Wagner, uncle of Hannah Mahoney. Our prayers and love are with Clark as he enters into his final days of life in the presence of family. If you are holding a joy or a sorrow this morning and feel comfortable, I invite you to share it in the chat to be held in the compassion and care of community. I see your note, Margie. We are so grateful for Clark's life. Thank you for sharing. If you haven't seen our note, Margie's sharing that Clark died on Thursday. We have so much love and gratitude for him and so much love and gratitude for your whole family. I'm so glad you could all be together. For each of our joys and sorrows, we offer our witness. We hold you in comfort and in compassion. May you feel among us the gift of time. That is the truth that this moment right here is not the end of the story. The relief that we do not know everything or control everything. We often think of this as a problem, but let us feel the relief that we do not know everything. We do not control everything. Here, let us feel both our power and our powerlessness. How much each of our lives matter. How small we are within this vast universe, both of these. That is the fierce urgency of now, like Martin Luther King Jr. used to say, and also the long arc of time, the turning of the seasons, as the light is still lessening and yet is already on the verge of return. Unitarian Universalist Vanessa Southern writes, so much undone, so much to do, so much to heal in us and the world, so much to acquire, a meal, a healthy body, a fit one, a lover, a job, a better job, proof we have and are enough. Just around the corner of now. And up against it, the reality of all that falls short and all that falls short and the limits of today. Here we honor the limits. If your body won't do what it used to do, for right now, let it be enough. If your mind won't stop racing or can't think of the word, let it be enough. If here you are utterly alone and in despair, be all of that here with us. If today you cannot sing because your throat hurts or you don't have the heart for music, be silent. When the offering plate goes by, that is, the text number arrives on the screen. If you don't have money to give or the heart to give, let it pass. The world won't stop spinning on her axis if you don't rise to all occasions today. Love won't cease to flow in your direction. Your heart won't stop beating. All hope won't be lost. You are a part of the plan for this world's salvation. Of that, I have no doubt. The world needs its oceans of people striving to be good, to carry us to the shores of hope and wash fear from the beachheads and cleanse all wounds so they can heal. But oceans are big, and I am sure that there are parts that don't feel up to the task some days. Rest, if you must, then, like the swimmer lying on her back who floats, or the hawk carried on cushions of air. Rest in this time set aside to hold weary lives in space carved out for the doing of nothing much but being. Perhaps then you will feel in your bones and in your weary heart the aching, healing sense that this is enough, that we are enough. You are enough.